Please welcome Jason Henson. Hey, you need that?
Nope.
Oh, we're good. We don't need
Nope. I don't. Am I on? Am I
You are on.
Yes. I don't. Thank you for being willing to bring that. I'm actually going to fly a little bit today. So good morning, Global Truth Center. Good morning, family. Good morning, Soul Family. Good morning, Soul Family. Those of you that are watching now and then will continue to watch a little later. My name is Jason Michael Henson. I do put the Michael in there intentionally. Because I am one with God, I am one with Michael, what I know. So that is something that's very sacred to me, and I claim that, and I speak for that in this present now moment. I don't know about you, but I've been shadow dancing a little bit this last year. Anybody know what I mean by shadow dancing? Yeah, raise your hand. It's that time where you're going into those places, those inner caverns of your soul, and you're finding those shadow places, those dark places where you get to purge and mine, and it's been an interesting year. But I'm here to remind us, because this is a great thing that it's helped me, is to remember who I am. And so my intention is to inspire you to remember who you are. And I want to read a quote that inspired me many years ago. And maybe some of you know it. Maybe some of you are going to hear it for the first time. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is not our light. It is our light, It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. That is us, I will add. It's not just in some of us. It's in every single one of us. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. I remember when I first heard that, I was doing a job. One of my fun little jobs I do off and on is I get to portray James Bond. And I was flown to Aruba, and our flight was delayed, and I got a chance to be upgraded to first class on a 777. And I'm sitting back, relaxing with my glass of orange juice. It wasn't a cup, it was actually glass. And I'm sitting back, and they showed the movie Coach Carter. Has anybody ever seen Coach Carter? Right? So Tito, the young gangster in the movie, who's going through some hard times, ends up coming in the last, he's been booted off the team, he's just a troublemaker, but he comes in, he has a shift inside, and he ends up reciting this quote, and I had never heard it at that time. And I heard this, and I just wept. I just cried, because there's something within me that was knowing that's the truth of my being. And that being in this frame, a 6'4", this face, this voice, I would walk in places and I feel people feel insecure, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to. I'm sorry, I'm a gentle giant. I don't mean any harm, I really have a lot of love to give, but because most of us are operating from fear, I would feel their fears, and I would apologize for my presence. And when I heard that, it gave me the permission to go, you know what? I know that there's a light inside of me, and it is my birthright to shine. It is my birthright to be the manifest glory of God. One of my favorite saints, St. Francis, says, I'm here to be an instrument of God. And that is my heart's cry. But for me to cower, in this last 2014, there's a lot of stuff that came up for me. I got a chance to look at my shadow, look at my stuff, and there were moments where I would start believing that I'm my darkness. I'm my mistakes. I'm my sins, those missed points where I forgot who I was. And I start believing the critics, I start believing those around me that, maybe they do know who I am. And it was this last couple, the tail end of December. Christmas was a beautiful time of really coming back home and going, you know what? You are God. That's who you are. You are here to shine. And so I just want to inspire you at this time of what we're going in this month is to remember we are the light. We are nothing but the light. And then when we allow that radiant light to be, we give each other permission to do the same. And then when that happens, There is such a powerful conspiracy. I keep talking about there's a conspiracy for your good. There's so many things that are opening up, both in Heather and my life, that it's just amazing. But it's coming back to that centered place that I know, it's to integrate. Carl Jung said that, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. And it's about integrating that, becoming whole, that we are the yin and the yang, we are both of it. But at the core of our being is we are the spark of divinity. That is who we are. And when we believe something else, we start miscreating other things. But when we remember who we are and align with that divine truth, then we can take, as Michael Jackson would do, walk that next beat, and then the light would show up and just boop, boop, right? So the last thing I want to leave you, that's my own. I got music's always in my head. And the last thing I want to do before we go into treatment and the affirmation is there was another beautiful woman that I love to quote here, because she said, because there's a spark in you, you just got to ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July, because, baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make them go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. So I invite you to take out your affirmation. Should be in your program right there. And I'm going to read this first alone, and then I invite you to join me 2 times. I release what no longer serves me and surrender to the light of my soul. 2 times with me, please. I release what no longer serves me and surrender to the light of my soul. I release what no longer serves me and surrender to the light of my soul. So I invite you at this moment, you can close your eyes, just go within with me. Let's go to that place that, if you were here for meditation, Aaron said, that adventure within, that eternal place. It's in this spot, in this space, where I know that God is present right now as me, as each one of you. That there is a light inside each of us that is burning bright at all times, that it can never, ever be snuffed out. It is the truth of our being. And as we water that and put our intention upon that, it grows and it grows, it emanates, we radiate and we magnify. And we give each other permission to shine. As one star and the other star in this night sky doesn't say, hey, you're shining too bright. We are here to shine. We are star stuff. That's what we are. We are the light. I know this truth for my being. I know this for every single person watching, every person that will continue to watch. That when we remember who we are God right where we are. There is no spot where God is not. We are right there. That is who we are. And as we claim that, as we walk in that, there is a beautiful force that's always surrounding us, guiding us, whispering to us in those quiet places. So grateful for this truth, so grateful for this center where we get to come here and remember who we are. So grateful for this mighty I Am presence that's here now. And for those that are walking through those dark times, may we all remember, may we recalibrate and recognize who we truly are. And the darkness disappears, it's gone. It's an illusion. Knowing this is the truth, knowing that we are blessed in this space today, I release my word, as together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
Beautiful.